Hello, welcome to our sixth week of the Carlas Communication Essential. So we have only 2 more weeks to go, and this week we're going to talk about visual communication. As usual, please check your grade since we're getting near and the grades are starting to be very crucial if you submit it or not. To remind you, this upcoming Thursday is going to be the last deadline to resubmit assignments that you didn't submit before if you want to pass the class. So if you have assignments that you didn't submit until now or you want to revise, you have until this Thursday to do so. And specifically for the week, let's go to visual communication. So as usual, we're going to have 3 different assignments that I'm going to go over them, and you have the Google Doc. So we can go to the Google Doc, and as you can see, visual communication is a very broad term that can have different fields as architecture, fashion, film, game design, graphic design, illustration, typography, television, photography, painting, landscape design, interior design, and there's even more, but those are like really the basic one when we're talking about visual communication. For those of you who are interested even more, this is very interesting, the 10 commandments of visual communication, talking about color, typography, shapes, hierarchy, lines, iconography, contrast, order, weight, and space. So those are different things to consider when you're looking to create a visual communication message. This is an interesting thing. Being an Israeli, I wanted to show a context that is different text-wise. So those who don't speak Hebrew won't be able to understand what is the text, but visually, can you understand what is it, the green versus the red, and what are they trying to say here? So this is a great example. If you can see the different representation of intimacy, and you can see different genders and different ways of communicating. And obviously, you can see that this is for teenagers to learn about intimacy. When you see the green one is about eye contact and mutual understanding, collaboration, happiness and enjoyment, and being tender, versus when it doesn't really work or shouldn't look like it, that you don't surprise, it's not one-sided, you don't withdraw without sadness or anger or freeze, and without using force. So you see how they're using different type of visuality and different types of comic kind of figures to express to teenager the story of intimacy. So that's like one example how visual communication can come to play. So let's go to the assignment. You have here the assignment, but let's go to Canvas to really look at how the assignment are. So the first one is the classroom assignment called Home. This is a very cool video that I saw on YouTube, and I'm not going to say more about it. I want you to see and maybe see several times to understand the message. So what I want you to do is to write a 500 words essay. So it's like 1 page, single space, or you can do a 4-minute podcast as you analyze looking at those 4 things. What I want you to do is to point at a place and explain which place that the message of the video is visual, and explain why is it and why is it representing the message visually. Then the second thing is to point to a place where visually it's actually confusing or it can be misinterpreted. So actually a place that, unlike the first one, is really unclear and kind of not working with the message. The third one is a place that you love the visual of the video. Why? Why is it pleasurable, beautiful, or clever? So however you want to choose, or all of them together. And then the last one is, what would you do to represent the visual differently? So explain, if you would be producing this video, what part of it you would do completely different. So kind of offering a feedback for the video. And then the third part of this assignment, so the first part is to watch, Second part is to write the essay with those 4 parts. And then the third part is to create a collage. So you have here different platforms that you can use, or however, you can use PowerPoint as one slide and create those different images together, but it should be like different images together that represent your concept of home visually. So you're going to create an image that is combined with different pictures, text, whatever visually you want to do that represent home for you. So that would be very interesting to see the message if I can figure it out. So this is this class assignment. And then let's go back and see now you've submitted the final draft of the paper, so now we're going to move to a draft of the presentation. So you need to have the 20 slides as a Google slide or as a PowerPoint with all the 20 slides in them with the visuals as if it's the final version of it, and I'll provide you feedback so that next week when you submit the actual final version, you know that you did it well. So that's that assignment. And then the last assignment, as usual, it's a reading and viewing about mediated communication. And this is an interesting one because you can either read Selma Hayek's very touching, moving article in the New York Times about Harvey Weinstein is my monster too. Or alternatively, you can look at Kazuhaga, who is talking about the 6 steps of King in Nonviolence, which we're going to do some work next week about it. So both of them are very powerful texts. One, Kazu's video is video, obviously, and Selma Hayek is text written. So you can choose which works for you. So this is the assignment for this week. And as I remind you, this Thursday, all of them are due, but also your resubmission and makeup assignments, because there won't be any makeup assignments after that or extra credits beyond those who are working together. So I hope it's comprehensive, and as usual, you can call me or you can email me if you have any question. Looking forward to seeing your project.